Alright, let's see what this one gives. Let me do a quick checkup over on Twitch to see whether I am live. I am live. Whee. That's good. Let me know if the sound of the music is too loud or whatnot. Then I will adjust accordingly. I'm also going to put a little balance line on the thing here. We'll see who pops up today. I'm taking over 14 in January, and from February, should the schedule when gods allow it, they will be taking over these divisional ones on Sunday again. The things one does for love and hobbies. So yes, there is no need for me to be super careful with this one because it's gonna get trimmed anyway, so I can play around some on the sides. And I have a couple of extra pages where I can just be playing around with for like colors and whatnot. I already sketched ish what I wanted to do, simply because watching me sketch on these papers is headache inducing, to say the least, if you know. So I thought I will spare you that one, and I'll already prep some because I'm gonna blackboard this one. The idea is to end up with something like this. This is the one I did last week, with a cute little frame, and see whether it's art always looks nicer when it's framed. So I'm going to start outlining in black some, because that is the idea. The sketch is a very simple one, like just pure, like I usually sketch, ligne claire style sketch. However, I'm going to be doing some black work, which means that I need to thicken the lines. So I'm going to be playing around with seeing how I can make the black more dramatic. So yes, the bee today, if you can see it. For those who are aware of Victorian symbolism, this will not come as something new. For those who aren't aware of Victorian symbolism, welcome, you will learn something new. It's not really a big surprise, but the bee is in Victorian times considered a symbol of industriousness and hard working. I used to have a nice steampunk locket. No, this is wrong. So, that had a bee on it. Fortunately, it got stolen, and it got paid from by an Etsy creator who's no longer in business. So it was really one of a kind piece. So yes, the bee. Also, if you've ever been in Manchester, it's their national, it's the city symbol. And not from an environmental perspective, but it really, I think, goes back to the Victorian meaning, because it used to be a big industrial city. It is indeed the bee's knees. So if you walk around in Manchester, you will see bees everywhere. To quote Miss Susie Izzard, covered in bees. It's walking the fine line between getting as much black in there as possible, whilst also having color, options for color. So we'll see what it gives. My. So I think next week will be the last one I'm doing in a while. Let me just quickly check my calendar. Yeah. Yeah, the cats are getting food. They have food all day around. They have kibble, but they get, when the dogs get walked, they get their, you know, the tin stuff, the pouches or whatever we have in the house, and then they act like they never get food because they're poor starving kitties. Not trying to be mean, but they're a bit bastardy like that, both of them. And then our biggest of the two, Calm, who's by now 11, 12 years old, I think. He, the one who would eat from rubbish bins and come home with, Mimi, seriously, and would come home with seagulls, decided that specific foods are beneath him. Like, I refuse to eat the kibble with the chunks in, mother. You must give me pate. Poor starving beasties. The downside for me sketching like this is that the reflection on the graphite is horrible, so I can't really see what I've sketched. Yeah, it will be fine. That's the blue paper indeed. I mean, the one I did last week, I framed and it came out quite nice. But it is, each medium has its challenges, let me put it like that. This one leads to me having to duck out of the camera's range to just go like, where is the line, so I can see them. I think I'm just gonna quickly line out everything I've done in black and then start filling it in. Thank you. I have my moments. Sometimes I can create interesting stuff. Not always. There is nothing. I learn all the time. And that's what makes it fun. I'm not going to make this one 100% balanced neither, because there is no fun in that one. I could, but then I need to trace half of it and it can't be arsed. Not today. Not when this is supposed to be relaxation or some such. So Moriar let us know that he might be a bit later or not attending because they have guests over, which is completely fine. It's always nice that people let us know that one, but it's, you know, you don't have to. And it's nice to just have a Sunday evening of zoning out, listening to the lamentations of... Okay. It is cold as fuck. Let's hope the dogs are actually running proper. Because if you put on their jackets, they act like, you know, you've committed a war crime against them. They look at you like, I have a photo of them where they're like, looking at me like, oh my god, why have you done this to us, mother? I'm telling them, but for your own good. They don't believe that one. Judgmental bitches. Oh, hello. Welcome, Warrior. I just mentioned that you might not have popped up. Always welcome if you do. If I'm... Ah, stuffed tramps? But why? There wasn't really anything to do in this city, was there? I know that Antwerp played, but that's... I know, I should not question the holiness of public transportation here in Belgium, but sometimes you just gotta let the age for hog. And sometimes he's stealing. No, I know that feeling. That's why I'm quite happy to have my e-bike. Let me just hydrate with some tonic water. Good old quinine. Yeah. And people are here, especially assholes. There is always one wanker who decides to bring his e-step, one of those electronic kick bikes, on an overcrowded tram or bus. You always have your fair share of people talking in their phone as if everyone needs to hear, the story of, how they got cheated on. You have the creepy, smelly dude that's doing weird things. I mean, you could just, create a role-playing game based on those archetypes. So now I need to black things in without things being too blackish. So that's going to be exciting. So Morior, how's Daisy doing? Oh, or we might. And the downside of seizures in dogs is that quite often it's difficult to determine what actually triggers them. We had a Frenchie who had bulldog, not a. No, but it can also be that she has lots of energy that just isn't there right now because she's not feeling well. I hope she gets better soon. Well, people with misbehaving children. But the amount of times I've been hit by one of those prams or buggies or whatever contraptions they have these days. Oh my fucking god. Mainly the entitlement is strong with those people. Yes, you have a young child, you will get on the tram, we will help you, but if you don't move fast enough, they drive them against your shins and stuff. We had a random Frenchman, yes. I almost want to go like we fritzled the living hell out of him or something, but... Well, the fun bit is we do have a fair collection of the French-speaking world in our friends and acquaintances. I have quite some North Africans and French people. You have French people, you have a Canadian Quebecois person. I think the lines need to be a bit bigger on the bottom. Yes, we have tried to educate people who aren't from Antwerp about the quirkiness that is the city. One of the most bizarre encounters I've had on the tram here was when I started working in Belgium, one of my first or second jobs when we moved back. And I was listening, it's 2011, 2012. And I will mention the area because Saint will know where it is. I get off at an area called Hofterlo because my work was quite close by. And I'm having my headphones on, but that was really before noise cancelling headphones were a thing. And I'm listening to Queen. I remember it well. I'm listening to Queen and to Phil Collins. Yes, I grew up in the 80s. I like Phil Collins. And, you know, not really, you know, music that would make you, I would think, trigger anyone. And I get off the tram there to walk to what I need to be for my job. And a person just taps me on my shoulder, and I'm like, in that area, anything can happen. I mean, from junkies to random teenagers to really, really weird stuff, you know. It's a bit better now, but then it was just, you know, I worked there. Trust me, the stuff we saw. And he just literally looks at me. And it's winter, so I'm just having my headphones on. I'm having a long jacket. I have no visible tattoos or anything. And I just go like, what the hell? And it's like this dude with like a beard standing there. And I'm going like, what the hell now? So I do what I hate doing. I remove my headphones and go like, dude, why? I'm wearing headphones for a reason. But maybe it's important. And he just looks at me, and right before I can cross the street, he goes like, you know, the kind of music you listen to, well, you know, that's a short path to hell. Now, if I would have been listening to like Korpiklani or my usual metal stuff, but he was literally Queen and Phil Collins. So, Phil Collins is apparently diabolical. And I just, you know, usually I can give a quick retort, kind of something we're known for in the city as well, but I just looked at that person and I was kind of a bit gobsmacked and going like, are you for real? Is there like a hidden camera around or something? The thing is, we do have our fair share of weirdos in the city. On average, we don't really tend to suffer them all too gladly, though there's always going to be. But usually it's a specific type of people, and you can go like, yeah, alcohol abuse or whatever, or substance abuse, or a specific social category. We're going to go into that. And he just literally fell out of my usual, this is a weirdo type things. And he really gave me, yeah, but he really gave me the, sensation for like 2-3 hours after. I was really going like, what? I mean, what kind of hell did he encounter in the 80s that, you know, did he get strapped to a chair a la Clockwork Orange and, you know, his eyes got peeled open and he was forced to listen to, you know, the Galloping Horses album by Phil Collins on repeat whilst he was showing, you know, Hellraiser imagery or something. I don't know. It was just so fucking bizarre. And you can laugh with that one, but it's also, you know, it gets to points where you get like, you know, if you're a young girl, which I wasn't really at the time, I am now, it's just one of those. Now I'm officially no longer young. My dearest sister and my brother gave me a crock pot, like a slow cooker, for my birthday last week. And I've been so chuffed with it that I'm like, you know, granny style, like, oh my god, I can slow cook chili and yeah, safely with animals around and stuff. Oh yeah, but earphones and headphones are, but nothing annoys me more than getting tapped on the shoulder when I'm wearing headphones. It's one thing if, and I usually wear something the size of this so it's visible. One of the grossest things I had encountered once was I was waiting at the central bus square here, named after an American president. Yay. Roosevelt Platz, and that's where literally all the buses, central hub. And I'm waiting there with around the same time period with my 2 young children. They were like 6, 7, 8 something. Yes, just move. Yeah, no, just, stay safe, love. It's kind of funny that the Swede is complaining about cold, but stay safe. But so yeah, waiting for the bus at Roosevelt, and I'm having my children with me, and you cannot deny that they are my children. I mean, they're like cloned. And this dude stops and starts catcalling and being generally really dismissive and disgusting and whatever. So I just tell him, to suck it up and drive on. I'm not interested in his antics. And he starts calling me all sorts of, the typical slurs. We've all heard them, no need to repeat them. In front of my children. And I just literally went like, dude, how small is your penis for you to do that one to a mother in front of her children? What does your mom think of that one? And then you get the usual like, yeah, at least I have a mom. Your mom is a sex worker. And I was like, yeah, I should know she's a colleague of your mom, because I start retaliating then. But I was just like, I'm just literally standing here. I'm in my 30s. I'm no longer like the youngest, But I just went like, what the hell? Yeah, insulting my mom is not the, it's not the flex you think it is. Ugh. I have a friend and she does, she's quite ill now. She's fighting cancer, but she does photography as well. And she does horror photography. And she has carbon tablets. You chew on those ones and they form like a slimy black thingy. So she has those ones usually in her pocket. So when she gets catcalled, she chews on one and then just opens her mouth and lets it drool out. They usually don't catcall her again, but it's just so disgusting. Let us do our thing. And I have a sensation that it's gotten worse. I mean, I'm no longer the subject of those kind of things. I thought I was wrong. I think I fall into the cougar category. Yeah, but you're aware of that one, and I'm quite certain if one of your mates does that one, you will actually call them out on it. I once had to my favorite tactic to that one, if people go like, yeah, tell me a joke, I go like, yeah. Yeah, it is mostly men, unfortunately. I have on my summer jacket, I have a pin that is the Bi-Pride flag and a couple of other pride pins and whatnot. And usually when I get catcalled, I turn on and I just point at them. Ah, no, but if he keeps up, call the police, you know, blah blah blah, you know, take out your phone and take a photo of him. Or if he's always at the same time, you know, let me know. We're not that far from each other. I can take photos of him. Yeah, no, seriously. The moment you have anyone who's even the slightest entitled douchebag, you know. And I know pepper spray and tasers aren't allowed, but you know, I know what is allowed. It's kind of funny because I ran into Jess at G-Dubs on Friday when I fetched out these squats, and she mentioned something similar, that the harassment is, you know, currently getting really out of control. And I don't understand why. What has changed here in Europe to trigger that one? Because it seems to be, before you could go like, yes, this group of people or this, but it seems to be more widespread. No, you're not. You're in the plus size category like me, but you are not an ugly person. Anyone who says that one has to come through me. And I know martial arts, haha. No. Sometimes I think that one as well, that I'm kind of safe from that one, but you know. And it's usually at moments where you just go like, I'm wearing a thick winter jacket, a scarf up to here, my bonnet is on, I have gloves on, and I'm wearing my work. What here makes you go like, oh yeah, hamina, that's the person I want to hook up with? Also, it doesn't work. I know it's a power play and everything, and it's people who have not much else going on in their life, most likely, but it's like, you know, are there actually dudes who think that one works? I'm gonna put some gold color details on it and maybe some text as well. Yeah, if it wasn't so creepy, it would be a fun subject to talk about. Unfortunately, it becomes a necessary subject to talk about. Like, our boys are trained knowing how to act when things go to hell. There is like this, I forget his name. He used to be a gamer, a Russian, but he tends to dress like an almost Lolita muscle mummy, with a wig with long black hair, big knockers, you know, bit Lara Croft, Tifa outfit usually. Nikolai something. Usually he's like, you know, people chat him up, and then he goes like, yeah, hi, and then he goes like with that very low voice, like, yeah, what's your problem? But he's doing a series currently where he's illustrating how bad it is for women, where he's like, you know, dresses up as his alter ego, and the harassment. And he at least can get out of it by just going all of a sudden like, you know, oh, what do you want? but women can't. So he kind of lets it, and he gets, you know, he lets his crew film it and whatever. It was like, I think he was in New York or something. He got on the subway and he was standing at the, you know, what's it called, in the subway, waiting for the train to come. And this is black dudes just really creeping up close to him, to the point that he's like, you know, he's doing a voiceover and he goes like, yeah, this dude was really starting to creep me out and whatever, because he ignored him, and you know, and that two other girls, young women who were standing on the platform also just, you know, the other guy was filming, heard him like, we should intervene, that dude is creepy, we need to do something to help. And he goes, no, this is actually done to, you know, for a thing here, but thank God that, you know, there are, you know, people speaking up in situations like this, because this is extremely creepy. And the entire series is like a 20 episode thingy. It's like short skits for like 3 to 4 minutes each. So he sits on the train, and he goes like, I'm gonna wait up until the last stop and get off there and see what happens. The dude just literally sits next to her, and starts, he's just constantly just looking at her face, at her boobs, at her legs, and doesn't say a single word. But like, he just go like, unfortunately, we have had all too many experiences with that one, but it is kind of interesting to see lots of, you know, counter actions against those things appearing as well. That there is an entire generation of men and boys who are not taking it, and that one gives hope. And if you're a creep like that, then yeah, sorry, your face will be all over the internet, because you're a creep. So positive things, yes, it is disgusting. Catcalling and our public transport is shit, but it's also, I always speak up when I see shit like that as well. No, indeed. The funniest bit usually is whenever because we speak up, whenever we see stuff, both Dee and I, we have this thingy where we, you know, usually if like a woman and a man confront a dude who does that one, they will start to, you know, pick a fight with the dude who's confronting them. And David's favorite thing is to just look at him and go like, honey, you take this one today, I'll take a step back. And he just literally takes a step back, and then you see the confusion. Like, wait, what? Why? Why is he taking a step back? Why is she? And I have there are techniques you learn in, you know, most martial arts that, you know, are how to de-escalate a situation. And one of the things is, I call that inflating your aura. You can just, you know, adjust your body language so much that you just get like an aura that just expands around you with a do not dare to enter my personal space kind of. And that creeps most men out. It's funny. That's why I love him. He doesn't fight my battles for me, he holds my purse while I fight my own battles. Because we're weirdos. No, I agree, you know. Normal is boring. Well, you know, the fun bit about me is that I have gotten lots of assertivity training when I was an EMT, because I'm actually a quite introverted person. I've done martial arts ever since I was like in my teens and younger even. Started with judo, then did kendo, and then later on did a bit of aikido. But I was really not confrontational. If I would be cornered, I would retaliate, and retaliate mean and fast. But I would be very uncomfortable with seeking out conflict. And then I started working as an EMT, and my boss went like, yeah, this one won't do, because you need to be able to tell a bodybuilder to back the fuck off when you're reanimating his daughter or something. And you don't, it doesn't matter whether you weigh 50 kilos or 200 kilos, it doesn't matter, you're the voice of authority and you need to have that assertiveness. So I actually got quite some training on that one. So it is part of my nature, but it still requires an active click. But I turned out semi-okay. I have survived this long. Yeah, I get that one. I'm completely understanding of that sensation of, But I've gotten to the point where I've just go like, yeah, if I'm not going to do it, who is going to do it? And at least if I do it, it gets done proper. And that's kind of the trigger for me to usually stand up or do something or address things. But it is, it requires stuff. It requires a click in my mind. I know that my sister is kind of introverted like that as well, and she still is. She's nice and easygoing, but she will and she will speak up if necessary, but she will always look around to see whether someone else will do it. And then we raised the next generation here in our house with the hope that they will speak up and not be inflicting on things. Not with the hope, it's just gonna be, It was a fun little video going around the other day where a Brazilian reality show took notorious catcallers, took their moms, dressed their moms up nice in like very nice form-fitting and let them walk past where, you know, the usual cat callers were standing there. And so in essence, they were cat calling their moms. Oh, imagine like that, you know, Latina women already getting, you know, quite passionate when you get catcalled like that. But then it's your mom. They weren't wearing sandals. No chanclas involved, but it was so funny because one just turned around, took off her wig and started hitting him, and you know, in the comments like, "Yo, mom, but why are you dressed like that?" So when she started hitting harder, and you just go like, "Oh, sweet justice." This one dude who went like, "It wasn't me, it was this dude who drove by in the car who started catcalling." You just go like, "Dude, you're like my age, grow up." So yes, it is fun. Those things. Anyone been following the latest G-Dubs releases? Because I haven't, to be quite honest. I've been taking a bit of a social needs break. I have seen the plushies. And I have... That's about it, I think. There was something orc that someone showed me, but I can't remember. It's been, you know, if it's like really a faction I'm interested in, I might, you know, I have alerts on that one so I get a notification, but otherwise it's like good that they're being more proactive and with their, you know, look what we're going to release and whatnot. But it's normal. Well, for a while it just felt like the only reason why you would have a subscription to Warhammer TV was to get, these are the releases we're gonna bring. Yeah. Now it gets a bit more through normal channels as well, but I'm like, yeah. One of the only reasons why I'm still lurking around on Facebook is, well, number one, the shelter posts updates on the Facebook group for the volunteers. But I'm just there for the troll in the groups. So I found Florence, by the way. She was also commenting on someone getting an aneurysm about female women space marines. That one that never happened. Yes, 2nd edition rogue trader. Look it up, honey. Why do we even need women in anyway? You know, and then Florence had jumped up on it. But it was funny. I'm usually, you know, the big ones, I know some of the mods personally, so, you know, I know how far I can go, but some of the other groups I just join and then I get banned within a week or so because it's just, it's a fun hobby. Bruising egos, you're a tourist! Yes, because I joined your little group 2 weeks ago. I'm a tourist. Good on you. I think last time I gave someone a stroke who was actively arguing that against me and other people, some other people, that it's the only reason why I'm on Facebook is to argue. Excuse me. And it's childish, but I know. Oh, damn it! I sneezed my sentence out of my mind. Yeah, the memes and the drama. Yeah, no, the aneurysm was about, yeah, there are no longer, any female custodes. You just go like women custodes. We not. Every time you say female, I think you're a Ferengi. Go like female. Because G-dubs retconned it, and and we just go like, no, they didn't. Yes, they did. It's like someone was like, these are the screenshots from 4 days ago from the official Instagram account from Warhammer. Boys and girls of the custodes. And you just go like, that's a fake account. People just screenshotting the actual account, and just the cognitive dissonance was hilarious. First we're like, that is not true. And I'm like, at those moments, I just lean backwards, bring out the popcorn and go like, I'm here for the drama. That's what makes it fun. Am I petty? Yes. Where is my white pencil? It was camouflaged. Do I care that I am petty? No. Not at those things. It's just fun. How can you be so invested in something when you just go like, honey, breathe, it's plastic figurines. I made these plastic figurines my whole life. Yes, good for you, honey, good for you. Excuse me. Touch grass. But it's, and I'm horrible, I know, but I'm the person who, when I did tournaments and I had one of those dude bros in front of me, I would pull down the collar of my t-shirt and then hike up my shorts or my skirts, just to win. So I am not above petty. I just wanted to be a safe space for everyone. And there is no dude bro going to be physically harmed by having someone who doesn't have a peen being a Space Marine. You can use the weed emoji, that's a synonym for grass. Yeah. But every time you like Kerberos XT miniatures posts like the newest Krieg one, but now painted in the By Pride colors or whatever, you can just see who you need to block. Or who you just need to needle a bit. Ugh, why does it have to be so political? Do you know the game? I think Signed might have heard this one as well. Our local manager of Warhammer G-dubs he's a quite nice guy. He's a nice guy, not a quite, sorry, I need to stop being so British. He's a nice guy. And he mentioned that in Mechalo there was a group started up, and one of the dudes came to talk because he needed to get some figurines that they had in Antwerp, and he was like, yes, and we had a girl join, and yes, and we made sure that none of the toxic dude bros would be even close to her, and we kind of shielded her from that one. And he just looked at me and went like, he was so close, and then he fell flat on his face. Because, you know, she might like to deal with the dude bros. You know, not once did they just went like, okay, what kind of gaming experience do you want? Not once. But just the assumption that, like, yes, we finally have one. We must protect her at all costs, which is sweet, but it was just a case of like, how about you just like talk to people and go like, what's the gaming experience do you want? Do you want to actually do, you know, are you okay with more intense fights? You know, sometimes people you have like, you know, really, you know, intense people here. Are you okay with it? And you shouldn't just ask women that one. You should technically ask anyone who joins your little group that one. But it was, you know, for Belgium, that's already a huge step forward. Let me see whether I can do the lettering. I had an idea of what I wanted to write. Something in French. Oh, but I can't remember, so I wrote it down. Yeah, no, indeed, you know. Some people will really just go like, bring it on. And some go like, yeah, no, I want a gentle start, but you know. Okay, let me take a greasier pencil so I can actually see what I'm doing. Ow. So it's, you know, we're seeing progress, and you know, compared to the 90s, it's remarkable, and it warms my heart, but we still have a long way to go. Yeah, I have to say though, I no longer have the patience for full campaigns. Underworlds, fun. Kill Team, fun. Things like Speed Freaks or whatever, extremely fun. Blood Bowl, no. But I like shorter games. I cannot spend 6 hours of my life advancing my entire battalion 2 centimeters onto the battlefield and then go like, we continue next week. Yeah, no, I don't have. Who has the space in their house for that one? Reading books is also a bit depend on the book. It's not gonna fit, is it? Okay. My phone buzzed. Where is my phone? No, I have I find it difficult to read. Anyway, I still have a corn patch to give to people if they want. And I was gonna make some Slanish ones. I'm gonna letter it now, and now I'm just either going to fuck it up completely or not. In black. I think personally they should start listening more to some of the more outrageous fan ships out there. Because it would be funny. I was gonna make you a purple Slaaneshi one, by the way. Yes. Hello, Red. And in case you haven't seen my message on WhatsApp, thank you for chipping in on the birthday gift. It already got used today. Yeah, like Gilliman or Anivrain, and there is currently some sick stuff. Yeah, Warrior, in case you need some decals, hit us up. No, but or like what's it called? I see lots of things with like, I think it's Acadian and the Kriegsman, or the Sisters of Battle and the Kriegsman. But quite a lot of those ones, you just go like, you know, because you can just hear the collective scream of upset fanboys, which is but it makes it a bit more fun because it is, oh my fucking god, sometimes it is, some of the books are really like, even the Bible is easier to read. Now this one I do want centered, so I'm going to use some tracing paper. Yes, indeed, because it would be fun. You know, imagine, you know, Book Talk being overflown with like, you know, people, you know. Lots of women, you know, shipping their favorite. Oh my god, I can't believe they paired Gilliman with Yvrain. Oh my god, no. You know, whatever, X would have been a way better choice. Just because it would be fun. Now, could I spend time and actively calculate this thing here that I'm doing? Yes. But why? I am too tired, too old. I have still too much planned this evening to do. Gotten to the point where I don't have time for this shit anymore. Will this be a keeper? Be a keeper. I'm not sure. Yeah, I need to send 2 mails and I need to look up some itineraries for tomorrow because I'm gonna help Peanut with some administration at the local unemployment office and union and stuff, just to get, you know, his paperwork fixed. So that is if you keep this one up, you will have a Natasha wing in your house, like Morior has a D wing. Well, Morior has like I think 4 or something of my things that he can actually hang on the wall. Woohoo! I will never make him live. Let him live down and down. Yeah, it's nice to know that even you have made something that people actually hang it up. And I understand that after a couple of years you might go like, you know what, no longer my thing, I just, you know, I get it. But I once painted, I can't remember what it was. Someone wanted like a landscape of some sorts for their mom because, you know, and I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I painted and whatnot and, you know, didn't like it, so it didn't get hung up. Hello, Frosty the Snowman.
I'm quite okay. Dogs do not like cold, apparently. Hi, I'm Frosty.
Oh, second.
That was
Frosty the Snow Swede.
it was interesting, that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, we entered. Scotty ran 5 meters, and then she went nope, and then she was sniffing a little bit. He went to stand by the door to the exit, and she only does that one when she really doesn't want to be there. I gave them like 15 minutes, and eventually Scotty was just standing there as well, and then I just took them for a walk around.
Yeah.
You know, like we did before we went to the puppy school there.
Yeah.
And then home. I almost lost all of the pool bags on one of them because the zipper was open and I didn't notice them.
Oh.
But I collected them and put them back. And now to return to the stream and see what everyone is talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though, because when we lived in Sweden and it would be winter and I would be cold, you know, I would get David's jacket and he'd be like, no, I can cope.
Yeah.
Like, but it's -10. Yeah, no, but it's okay, I can cope. And ever since the surgery, it's like, he's like, it's a bit nippy, isn't it? Dude, it's 25 degrees. Yeah, I'm gonna get a sweater. It just makes you go like, Swedes. Speak.
Shut up. I'm almost not Swede anymore.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Hello, Red.
Yeah. It's been a bit. It's also it's a nasty type of cold we get as well.
Is it my idea, or is it slightly nastier this year than it was last year?
No, it's just it's just
Because
more.
because last year I felt like it was far colder, like we were in the minus degrees, but it didn't feel like this.
No, because the humidity in the air was. Last year we had a dry cold, which came close to what you're used to from Sweden.
Yeah, because it's. What? The frost that he's still frosted from the block. Mm.
Yeah, you know the lyrics. You need to
Yes,
sing
I
them.
realized it.
You're D-Lo, man.
I'm J-Fro.
J-Fro. God, at least we don't get like a couple's name like what was it, Benifer or Benlo or. Okay, that was me. Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, was the TikTok ban just a stunt?
I don't know. Why?
No, because someone just posted a reel saying TikTok ban already done because it was just a fucking publicity stunt.
I know that I saw several people coming back online, but I don't care really.
Yes, you can do puns. I know that one.
It's a pew or a play on words.
Also, Florence's suggestion for using of glitter for
The Skaven?
no for Thousand Suns was fantastic.
Glitter on the Thousand Suns.
Yes, glitter instead of dust, because their suits are filled with dust, but instead they're filled with glitter. So you have to make like glitter trails, and everywhere where there's a connection in the armor, make sure that there's a little bit of glitter.
I would literally make them so that they're filled with glitter, but the heads can be removed. And if you would defeat one on battle, I would remove the head and just sprinkle glitter all over you.
I think there was a suggestion like that from Sign, something about something exploding, but I can't remember what it was right now.
Yeah, I heard something of that ban thing as well, but to be quite honest, I'm currently really sick and tired of anything media, so I'm trying to focus on things positive.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, but it's just also my biggest, and this is the last political statement I'm going to make on this one is I think that in the entire disgusting political debate, left gets played out versus right and whatnot, and on non-issues, therefore also ignoring the fact that in essence what it comes down to, the difference between the left and the right isn't that big. Everyone wants the same things. You want to have a decent pay for decent work, a good work-life balance, possibility to put food on the table, have a place to live and raise a family.
Yeah.
And that's it. But that's the bit that gets forgotten everywhere. Because it's easy to blame someone else than actually structurally attack things. And that's an issue that both sides have.
And the people that are the closest to make the adjustments are reeled out. And a good example of that one would be in the US would be people like Bernie Sanders and AOC.
Yeah, but David, I said one political thing.
No.
Because I'm not mentioning names.
Yeah.
Back to glitter marines.
Exploding. I mentioned that I got a Christmas card from Gail. And I still find the glitter.
Oh yeah. Every time we get a card from them now, I'm really careful.
It's put it's put inside of a bag before it's open.
Yeah, outside the house and whatnot.
Outside of the house.
I mean, last year there wasn't any glitter in it, and I went and I sent her a message like, no glitter. Are you guys feeling okay?
By the way, signed. I'm not sure if you heard it when we were talking. I was talking to Phil about the plushie that I think that they should be selling. The plushie was called Azirmo. I can put him in the Discord if you want to. He's funny and cute, and I think that they really are stupid for not putting that up for sale.
Well, you know that the business acumen of Games Workshop is not always what it
should be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
Quoi?
She don't recall hearing about the plushie.
Ah.
It was just after talking about the plushie that Jess had brought in, but I'm not sure if you heard that one either. I know that Florence was talking to Phil about it.
We need more plushies.
Yes, there are more plushies on the way.
Mm-hmm. For me?
Of course, possibly.
Excuse me. I need to crochet me a squig as well. I've crocheted squigs for other people, but not for me. If I have 3 squigs, I officially have a herd.
Yes.
I don't feel bad, signed. I zone out when he tells me things all the time.
Yeah, everyone zones out when I say so.
It's not personal. It's
No.
It's normal.
I'm like a male siren, yeah. Did you crochet the
No, not yet. Not yet. Because my lovely children gave me a book for my birthday.
It's the best book.
With the most awesome page holders in. They look like squished animals. So I'm having a backlog of these. But yes, no, the emotional support butt plug will absolutely happen. With cute kawaii eyes and everything.
Emotional support butt plug?
Yes, you're not part of the group, so it doesn't...
No, I'm just thinking, what is it called? EMT badge?
It's
Does it have a flared end?
It has a flared end. It's a crochet pattern to crochet a butt plug shaped thing. And we saw them somewhere. I think it was Florence who shared them. And I went like, oh my god,
Sweetie.
I need to get the pattern. So she gave me the an Etsy vendor who had them. And since I'm getting old, I have karate hobbies such as crocheting. Because what else am I supposed to do during long meetings? Listen to my boss? I don't think so. But then, crochet one and give it like the big black, kawaii eyes.
Yes. That's one thing.
And like the kawaii blush.
Uh-huh.
Make it hold a sign saying Yamete Kudasai.
And you need to keep your shit together, yeah. See, you definitely can do puns. The dad in me approves.
Punes or plays in words, like Pratchett says.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go for 10 more minutes and then I'm going to call it quits because I have some other things to do as well. I'll make a shop selling, you know, crocheted emotional support butt plugs.
Yes.
You got an emotional support pickle, no?
Yes, I do. Right here. It even has a sign.
The emotional support pickle.
Yes.
Or
Everyone needs an emotional support pickle, but only I have one.
because.
Because best wife.
Because maturity and chisel. You also realize that you have created, you know, and joined a wargaming group that is kind of your level when, you know, things like, you know, plushy butt plugs gets you know, shared without. It also helps that there is a fair share of healthcare and ex-healthcare workers in the group.
Yes.
That brings the level up. Although last time when we went out for dinner, you know, we kind of decided to maybe not discuss, you know, specific subjects at the dinner table because not everyone works in healthcare.
Indeed.
And things that I find normal, my family by now finds normal because they were forced.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I am not that easily grossed out.
No.
Although last week at the shelter, I have to say that I had to swallow a couple of times because it was one of the cats that I picked up and moved him about because he's in the quarantine section. And I put him down and I see bits on my hand and I look up and because his bum was in my hand and I see things coming out of his bum and I go like, tapeworm. And he was dewormed, so it was a dead tapeworm coming out, but that was fun. Yeah, now I can say that at the moment itself I went like, you know, this is not what I signed up for. You deal with it and then afterwards you go like, Hard pass indeed. That was what the cat thought as well, poor thing. Kind of learned to, you know, your disgust filter gets set to different settings. Still there, but it can be weird things. Like my biggest disgust is wooden tongue spatulas. Ugh. Oh, that is like, or like, you know, the same thing you have in ice cream or icicles or, you know, those. No. Just thinking about that one is like, ugh. Bodily fluids on average, yeah, ça va. Tongue depressors. Yeah. Imagine how many tacos that bear ate for that tapeworm to go like, nope, I'm out of here.
Taco. Taco Bear Day.
Taco Bear.
It's a bit black in it.
Yeah, but it's going to be
I like it. It's a nice contrast.
I think they're called tongue depressors in English.
Yeah.
But I really don't like those ones. Oh, it's a the texture. If I eat ice cream and there is like a bit left on that, it's always a, you know.
There's always a dry part.
Yeah, it can't touch my teeth, and it can't touch my tongue. So it's really only my lips that can. I have devised an entire way to get the loss of the ice cream off the thing without. And then you're ill and you go to the doctors and you have to open wide and you get the.
I always have like the sensation that I need to throw up if someone does that one, like a doctor pushes me on the tongue.
Yeah, but to the point where if I just touch the thing, the tongue depressor spatula wooden stick torture device, I just go like nope. At my work, we had those wooden ones for like stirring samples and stuff, and I'm not gonna describe what samples that were. And I actually made them change to a different kind because I couldn't deal with those ones. It was a cornstarch one instead. And I just
Yeah, indeed, signed. Say I go
It's.
I don't have I don't have anything that really grosses me out like that. I have things that I don't like wet or oily hands. I have difficulty with that one. But the biggest ick thingies I have are sounds, like the scraping of white chalk on a blackboard and like cutlery over plates and stuff like that. Those are the things that really makes me go like, ugh.
I might put some sumi ink on this one, but I'm going to round it up anyway.
Yeah.
I need to work this one up a bit because there's going to be an outer circle. Get some color as well. And I'll go for the black a bit darker. But I'm going to... Mother. Sorry, my nose went up here. Sound, not noise. I am going to be rounding up so that Signed can go do some laundry and I can send a couple of mails and deal with stuff.
Yes.
And I will be seeing and hearing you either, tomorrow maybe 1D streaming, depending on how I feel, and otherwise it's going to be next time. Next Sunday, which will be the last one that I do of these ones, and then these supposed to take over again.
Supposed to take over. No, I will.
Look, you even have little Krabby here for putting your pencil
But
on.
Krabby is for you.
Krabby is for everyone.
Okay. Crabs for everyone.
So yes, I shall be saying adieu. Have a good one. Behave or don't. Toodles, and I will be seeing and hearing you next week.
Bye.
Bye bye.